Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. If you guys don't know who it is that I am, my name is Ricky. We run the fastest growing private trading community out there called TechBud Solutions. It's that third link down in the description if you guys want to learn a little bit more about us. We have a little bit over 135 or 140,000 members now worldwide, right? So if you've ever wanted to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, we'd love to be a part of your success. Again, it's a free networking group. It's that third link down below, and then once you get accepted, there is a link on the top pinned post for the Facebook group that will give you access to our private Discord chat for those that are part of TechBud Solutions. Also, if you want to learn a little bit more about Learn, Plan, Profit and getting to watch me trade live every single day, then invest 30 seconds, click that first link down in the description, and that will provide you a little bit more information about what the Learn, Plan, Profit group has to deal with. So I want to say what's up to everyone. We've had a pretty amazing week. I don't know if you guys have seen. What do you guys think about the new shirt? So this is pretty much it. Straight out of Wall Street. I think this has to be one of my favorite ones, or the Profit shirt. Let me know what you guys think about these shirts. But what's up? What's up? This is our largest live event for those that are not familiar with what a Sunday Stock Talk is. Since we have such a large group, it's very difficult for me to be able to answer everyone's questions. You have the ability, if you're part of TechBud Solutions or Learn, Plan, Profit, to direct message me within our private Discord chats. But the amazing thing about these Sunday Stock Talks are that you guys get to see it in real time, right? So for those that are not part of Learn, Plan, Profit, then this is kind of when we are able to come together as a group, break down a series of stocks that you guys see value in, and then I just kind of give you my own 2 cents. I want to make sure that we cover 3 things. Never invest based on other people's opinion, never invest in what you do not understand, and always have a plan when investing. This is for all platforms. When it comes down to investing in any market, you want to make sure that you're not influenced by anybody else's suggestion nor opinion. If you're not someone that is very well versed with any specific market, then make sure that that is your first goal to complete, right? To make sure that you understand what you are investing in. So again, all the stocks that we talk about in today's video are in no way any stock suggestions. These are simply what we are going to be talking about as a group, what some people see value in, and guess what? If you don't see value in it, then you don't have to add it to your watch list. But this is when I break down stocks. I add a series of stocks to my watch list, and then I, kind of look forward to trading for this upcoming week. I might find some, I might find none. That's the whole point of these videos. So I want to get some interaction from the people that are joining us live. Again, if you guys ever want to join us live, be sure to click that subscribe button. I think we now have a little bit over 295,000. Yeah, 295,000 subscribers. Guys, we're almost at 300,000. We were at 100,000 the beginning of this year. I think on the 10th of January is when we hit that mark. That's my little plaque up there. So it's crazy to think that I would almost have 3 of those, right? And I can't thank each and every single one of you. So I want to see where each and every single one of you guys are located at. So for those that aren't familiar with where I'm located at, I'm from Gilbert, Arizona. Well, I'm not from Gilbert. I'm actually from Orange County, California. But right now I'm in Maricopa County, Gilbert, Arizona. So where are you guys from? So Cleveland, Wyoming, El Paso, Los Angeles, Vegas. There we go. We got someone from San Antonio. Guys, I could read this. You guys, we need to start seeing a little bit more comments. Mesa, Arizona. Oh, you're pretty close. Colorado, Orange County, Indiana, Francisco, or San Francisco. What the heck? I was like Francisco. I'm not too sure if that's a city, Ricky. Cincinnati, Maryland, New Jersey, Georgia, North Carolina, Hawaii. I like it. Pittsburgh, Greece. Whoa, what's going on, man? Pacific Ocean. Gilbert, Arizona. Who is that? Your neighbor. My neighbor, right? But yeah, that's so cool. What's going on, Michael? What's up? What's up? Phoenix, Arizona. I like it. Too fast. I like it. Florida, baby. Palm Springs. Ooh, I like that place. That place is pretty hot, though. Six side. What does that mean? Is that like what Drake says? No? I don't know. Yeah. Ooh. I am relevant. My God. Yeah, I know my pop culture, guys. Well, let's do it. So I don't know if you guys were able to hear that, but that sounded almost like a fart. That was not a fart. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Again, if you guys like having fun with what it is that you guys do, then I'd really encourage you guys to consider joining our free group. It's something that we do all the time. It's something that we do every single day. And it's not only surrounding yourself with people that motivate you and that do well, but also making sure that you have fun while doing it. And that's exactly what we do every single day here within TechBud Solutions. We actually have one of our friends. I actually just finished filming a video earlier today. We went live with our friend Nick Palladino. He's a model from Los Angeles, California. and he came over to visit. We're working on his site. And not only just that, but we are making sure that he has a very general understanding of how to invest in the stock market and stuff like that. And that's the amazing thing about this, is you get to meet so many amazing and talented people along this entire process, right? It's not about what is it that those people, they always say it's not your net worth, it's your network and stuff like that. It's pretty cheesy, but it's pretty cool. You get to meet a lot of interesting people. And if you're struggling to kind of surround yourself with like-minded individuals, you don't have to join our group. Just make sure that you keep an eye out for people that might catch your interest and that you might see value in networking. So wish I could buy LPP. Maybe after tonight you can. We might be offering a discount. We might not. Justin, what do you think?
Offer a discount, man. Give it to them.
Okay, well, I don't know. We'll talk about it at the end of the live stream. So let's go ahead and
plenty of people
have suggested.
Yeah, I've seen like 3 or 4, but I don't know if it's on your end or their end.
I'll try to speak up because I have the microphone right here. So I'll try to speak up a little bit more, and hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit more clearly. I want to make sure that you guys understand that if you guys are tuning in live right now, you guys might want to adjust if there's a lag. All you guys have to do is go here to the settings, change it to quality, and change it to 720p. So if you guys could do that, that would be amazing. Again, and this is TechBud Solutions. This is the free group that's at their link down below. Once you get accepted on the top pinned post, you'll have access to the Discord link for TechBud Solutions, and that's the links that you guys will see here. So this is for Learn, Plan, Profit. So those are only for the people that sign up for that first link down below, and then this is for TechBud Solutions and all the different people that we have within our chat. So yep, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get right to it. I'll go ahead and I'll open up. Let's check this out. I'll open up my TOS, so we have all this pulled up. I'll open up the chat, and then make sure that every single call out that you guys share, that you guys copy it, because obviously I'm not going to be able to do every single one in real time, right? I'm not like, you guys can't just call it out and think I'm going to be able to do all of them, but just make sure that you have it in a ticker call out format, something like this. So thank you again, Mary. So the ticker symbol, support and resistance, desired entry point, sell point, and then why it has a stop loss and why it has potential. Yeah, that's really just it. So I think you guys should be able to see everything okay. Let's see. Let's see your cards. I can't show you my cards. I mean, I could show you the key. You guys want to see the, we were just driving around earlier today, but yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. I'm new, but isn't the stock market closed? That is correct. Market is only open Monday through Friday, well, Pacific Standard Time from 6:30 in the morning. That's when the market opens, and then it closes at 1 p.m. So this is a Sunday stock talk, so it's in preparation for the overall week, and this is a future. So this one just opened a couple hours ago. So let's go ahead and get right to it. We have a couple people calling out a series of different stocks. Let's start off with Mary. Thank you again, Mary, for tuning in and for investing time, right, and joining us for the Sunday Stock Talk. So I want to make sure that we cover 2 things, that if you're going to call a stock out, that to make sure that you take into consideration that in just time for others, that I'm not breaking down a stock that is showing signs of an aggressive descending pattern, and that we also make sure that we understand that we're focusing on something that's a good deal. So Mary, to answer the question on wage, let me see your breakdown. So support here, resistance at 58. Okay, I could definitely see why there could be like a bounce potential, right? Setting the stop loss at 53.50. So uptrend, yep, okay. So your stop loss would be at about $1 from your entry point, exit point. So that's not bad. So pretty much what she's saying is that she likes the pattern of this WAGE for those that can't see the ticker. So it's Wage Works Incorporated. Showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. Looks like the SMA line used to act as a resistance, now is acting as a form of support. One of 2 things that I could see that happened. Do you see the last time that it peaked out here and then it sold off, bounced at the SMA line, formulated a potential good deal, and then pushed right back up? That's when that really good deal opportunity was presented. I could also see that, hey, maybe it might not pull back all the way. So something that we would see is a slight little pullback like we saw last time. It consolidates, right? It starts to flatline. It stops making lower lows. It builds that support, and then it starts pushing right back up. But it's not until it starts making higher highs. So if you guys can see right here, right now it has a resistance right around this general area of around $55 to $55.50. So we can set an alert. Let's set an alert for the break above $55.50. That's when we would get a confirmation that it's no longer making lower lows, that it's showing signs of a potential reversal. And also keep a very close eye for this MACD indicator. It's not exact every single time, but right now it's still showing signs of a potential sell-off. The RSI is also still pointing down. So right now it's still pulling back. So is it an active uptrend as of right now? I wouldn't say so. I think it needs time for it to consolidate and maybe even still sell off and then reverse. So I like to catch something when it's actively trending up. And I just would say that wage personally for my preference isn't there. So again, that's just my opinion. It does not mean that that's something that you have to trade based off of. Just wanted to share my 2 cents with you. So again, Mary, thank you again for tuning in. Ticker symbol by Keith. CPG. Yeah, we talked about CPG for the past 2 weeks. CPG again is still consolidating right around the 650 area. It's definitely in that good deal range, but it's still not showing any signs of a full-on confirmation of a reversal. Multiple times it's been rejected by this EMA indicator, and as you can see, I have my alerts all set up right here for the reversal. So I'm trying to be very patient. A very big mistake that I made last week that I shared for all those that tuned in for that YouTube video was making sure that I don't try to predict the reversal, that I wait for the confirmation. That's something that I've always struggled with. Sometimes I do really good. Sometimes I get in a little bit too early and it continues to sell off. So an area of opportunity that I could encourage maybe new traders to do is to make sure that you focus on waiting for the confirmation, which at least from my experience, it has acted as a positive catalyst for my success. Not obviously, even sometimes at confirmation, some news can be released and it could still pull back, but at least with a lot of the patterns that I've traded, waiting for the confirmation is key. So again, not just waiting for a potential push and getting close to the EMA line, but for it to start making higher highs and for that EMA line to start pointing up, which is something that it's been struggling to do. So that's my breakdown on CPG, and thank you again for the reversal.
1K.
We just hit 1K. Okay, nice. Thank you. Let's go ahead and see what is being called out. IVC, thank you again. Joe Boulder, let's see. Okay, so I think we talked about this one last week, if I'm not mistaken. It's because of its earnings that it had a pretty aggressive sell-off. Looking at previous patterns, so again, trying to identify. This is the biggest thing that I try to focus on, especially with those that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit is, first identify a pattern, right? So we identified this kind of horizontal pattern. Can you this might not make sense to maybe a lot of new traders, but the easiest way for you to put it into perspective is you're deal hunters, right? You're here to find a good deal. And this offers a very consistent pattern. Ticker symbol IVC, you can identify the low points, right, usually around $16. And this is a 180-day analysis, so it's a 180-day worth of data, right? And then the high points, $18 to usually $19 is where it tends to peak out at. So with that understanding, being able to understand that, okay, once we're approaching $16, we're experiencing or in that good deal range. It doesn't mean that it's a good buy, right? Just because it's in that good deal range, if it continues to sell off, then is it a good buy? No, obviously not, right? But one thing that it's been doing that it's done multiple times before is that it's starting to show signs of a reversal. Again, take into consideration that it's still below that EMA indicator. So I think it's still a little bit too early for my specific taste. Something that if you want to be a little bit risky, and again, I don't like talking too much about this, is write it up. Something that I would consider is buying in and being able to write it up for the rejection around the EMA indicator and being able to scalp that. But again, that's a little bit more aggressive. We could see the MACD indicator looks good. I could see this thing kind of happening where it sold off, consolidates, tries to push up, gets rejected by the EMA line, and then continues to make lower lows. Something to take into consideration. I really think that the EMA indicator is a huge factor in IVC. Based on previous patterns on when it starts to trend up, it reacts very nicely to that EMA indicator. So I would personally wait out for that. So that's why I have my alert set here. I'll set another alert once we break above the EMA indicator, and then we can wait for that. So are we good? All right. But thank you again for that great call out. I'm going to make sure that I have it under, I have it under my pending reversal. So I'm going to be sure to break that one down tomorrow and follow up with that. So Sean is calling out ticker symbol here. I personally don't like this one. We've been talking about this one, or it's been brought to my attention ever since it's been kind of, in my honest opinion, I think it's been pumped. You guys could see that it had no volume. All of a sudden, a huge rush of volume, especially after its earnings, pushed up, continued to show signs of a nice uptrend with very low volume, right? And ever since then, it's been really struggling to continue to make higher highs after it started to peak out. Right now, I can see that it's really consolidating. I would set an alert for the break above 30. And again, I would really focus on a day trade and not as a swing trade if I would even consider investing in this one. But altogether, I mean, the MACD looks good. The RSI looks decent. The pattern looks decent if it ends up pushing above 30. and that momentum, if that momentum's there. Again, it's a very high risk, high reward. I personally would not trade it, especially if I'm a new trader. I would completely stay away from these specific patterns. I think when Nick, in that video that I filmed earlier with Nick, that you guys can check out, we have 3 tips for people that are just getting started that have assisted and acted as a positive catalyst for the success of Nick. And one of the biggest things is trading reputable companies. And I would not say that ticker symbol HEAR fits that criteria. I can 100% see HEAR, fall all the way right back down to $5 or to $2.50 within the next couple of months. It's just it shows signs of manipulation. So I would personally just I want to make sure that I share both sides of how I would trade it if I had to. But I would personally, if I have the option, which we all do, not trade it myself. So I'm gonna have to sneeze in about 13 seconds. So TRX, TRXC, solder edit, nice. Okay, so TRXC showing signs of an uptrend, had a pretty aggressive sell-off after its earnings, showing signs of this potential good deal opportunity. Do you guys see this? We've seen this multiple times, right? You could see the sell-off bounces around the SMA indicator. It starts to consolidate. I always say or talk about 3 stages of a reversal. There's the rejection, right? When it stays below the EMA indicator. The consolidation, when it usually catches a support or either at the EMA, the SMA, or wherever that support might be. Right now, it would be the SMA. It's starting to consolidate around this general area. So it's not making higher highs. It's not pushing up. It's not falling down. It's kind of just consolidating. I like to invest in something when it's actively trending up. And as of right now, I don't have or have met that specific criteria. So I already have an alert set at the break above 480. And that's when it would be above the EMA indicator, and when that EMA indicator would start to point up. And that's, it looks like it reacts very nicely to that EMA indicator. So I would wait for that. The MACD looks good. The RSI looks good. And again, I want to invest in something when it's actively trending up. That's why we have an active watch list for the week. And we could all be super patient. Let's wait for that active uptrend. And for the direction of the EMA line, kind of just ask yourself, which direction do you want your account to be growing? If you want your account to grow, then shouldn't, the pattern show that it's moving up, right? That EMA line, it kind of goes into correlation in the direction that stock is moving. So if you were to put an arrow at the end of this EMA line, right, it's kind of just straight right now. So it wouldn't grow, nor would it, lose any money as of right now. But it could either fully get rejected, so that's why I would rather not take a position, or it could confirm. So if it confirms, then I can take a position then. And a resistance that I would consider would be at around this $5.50 price point. We could see that there was consolidation here before, and then around this general area as well. So let's say that we wait for the full break above $5 to $5.50. That's still about a 10% margin. So again, the opportunity cost is there. The pattern is there. It's consolidating. Now let's just be patient and wait to see if it performs the way that we expect it to. I think that this is a great call out. Now we just need it could either be a great call out or nothing at all, right? Because if it doesn't confirm, then we don't have to take a position. Let me get a water real quick. All right. All right. So we got Mark calling out NEPT. Let's go ahead and check this out. Okay. So I want to share this with you guys. I want to get your guys' opinion. So even for you, Ishmael. So Ishmael is someone that's just getting started your paper trading right now. Yeah. So looking at the pattern, as you can see on the screen for NEPT, what is it that you see? So look at the volume. Yeah. Look at the pattern. What is it that you guys see? I want both of you guys to be sharing. So both you and them.
The EMA is pointing up.
Okay.
It looks like it's going down. I don't have it open on my screen. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So looking at this, one thing that I noticed right away.
It looks like it's down or going down.
Why would you say that? So I agree, but why?
It's making lower lows.
Lower highs.
Lower highs, yeah. And
it is making lower lows. So you are right on that. So it's making lower lows like this, right? Mm-hmm. So it's descending, and it's also making lower highs, right? So it's showing signs of a descending pattern. It's making lower lows.
Yeah.
And the biggest. Down a lot. Yeah. Looks like it was pumped, right? And then all of a sudden.
Coming soon as well.
earnings coming soon as well. So EMA, so there's a bunch of indicators or reasons on why this might not be the best investment.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I mean, that's really just it. So everyone has their own opinion on what it is that they want to choose to invest. Obviously, there's margin to be made when it sells off, it catches a support, and then it pushes up. You just have to ask yourself, is the opportunity worth it, right? For something that is showing signs of an active downtrend and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really just it. So yeah, that was good. Let's go ahead and Rafael Gutierrez, what's going on, brother? You're not actually my brother, but I like your last name. It's like mine. I can't see yours. So ticker is, oh, EAE. That was kind of hard to see. So I could see right away without even like zooming into the 1 day, 1 minute analysis that this thing has super low volume. So if we go to the 1 day, 1 minute, wow, it has one. Yeah, volume is way too low for my taste. Like I would never invest in anything like this. The volume
not
is
EA, not EAE. It says EA and entry point. You see it?
I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, a lot of people are commenting EA.
My goodness, how does everyone know? Wow, okay. I wasn't reading it right. I was too pumped. Okay, so as of right now, ticker symbol EA. So this is EA Sports, right? Showing signs of, it looks like it had a sell-off due to its earnings. So we could see on why it sold off, right? So that makes sense. Now it caught a support right around 125. So let's go ahead and draw that. So right now it's in that, again, 3 stages of a reversal, right? What stage would it be in right now?
Consolidating.
Yeah, so what is it that we would need? So it was in the rejection phase, right? Rejected by this EMA indicator. Now it's consolidating. So there's margin to be made like for day trade opportunities. But one thing that it has not been able to do is to make higher highs, right? It's not been actively trending up. So what is something that we could wait for this thing to start showing signs of an active uptrend pattern? Literally just wait for it to start making higher highs, right? For the EMA line to start pointing up, for it to make higher highs, pull back, make lower highs or higher lows, and then continue to push up, right? So do the exact opposite of what it was doing when it was getting rejected. So let's actually calculate the margin of profit that it has to offer. So let's say from 135, let's say it covers back to 145, which isn't the highest it's been, and I think it's a pretty decent ascending uptrend pattern. So from 135 to 145, the margin of profit, if we're patient enough, would be around 7.5%. That's not bad, right? And if you have a weekly goal of about 3% growth per week, then this can definitely be something that would accommodate that, right? Especially for those that are just getting started. Overall confirmation, definitely. So I'm going to set a series of alerts to follow up with this one. I like the potential that it has to offer. I just don't think it's there yet. And I'm also going to set an alert if it ends up pulling back closer to the support area. Sweet. All right, Mike is calling out ticker symbol PTC. So PTC, solid. Okay, let's go ahead and check out that volume. It's a little low. So because it has low volume, what I would do with that is my position sizes normally being anywhere from around 15,000 to maybe around 25,000. I would keep them probably lower to around 5,000 to 10,000. That's just my preference. One thing that I could also see right now is that it pulled back, right? So was it because of its earnings? No, it wasn't because of its earnings. It just hit a high around $100. So let's draw that out to be the resistance. And it looks like it has this general support right around this $90 price point, which acted as a previous resistance before. We can see right here around that general area. So now there's this kind of horizontal pattern. It also has a slight resistance right around $95 that it's been struggling to break above. And the overall SMA line has been acting as a support. So something that we can wait out for is for the break above $95, knowing that the resistance is right around 100, 5.2%, definitely not bad, 5% in general. As long as that EMA line continues to point up and it continues to show signs of an ascending uptrend pattern, just like it's done the last time, right? It was getting rejected right around 95. It pushed up, started showing signs of an uptrend pattern, hit 100, locked it in, and then sells off, right? And now, again, being able to get it for a good deal and then sell it again for a profit. So that's really just it. And for others that are saying that you guys are lagging, I'm green on both sides. So make sure that your setting is set up to 720p and that your internet connection is good. So, all right, ticker symbol SFIX. I'm really glad that someone brought that one up, just because I actually just removed this one from my watch list. So we were talking about this one last week, and if you guys go back to our Sunday stock talk, and for all those that are part of Learn Plan Profit, this is one stock that I shared that when it was around that $30 price point, so it's covered about over 10% margin. A lot of people within Learn Plan Profit were able to trade this one, covered over 10% profit, right? Why is it that I would remove it from my watch list? Let's look at the pattern. You guys perform a technical analysis. So why is it that I would remove it from my watch list? It's actively trending up.
Yeah.
It's showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. Why is it that I would remove it from my watch list?
I'm not sure.
Again, there's three things that I like to look for. I like to make sure that I understand the pattern, that it's showing signs, uptrend pattern, that the margin of profit is worth it, and that the risk/reward is there.
The potential for profit is less than the for loss.
So yeah, and it's overbought, and then the RSI, right?
Yeah.
Checking out the MACD and checking out the RSI. So yes, it is actively trending up.
Yeah.
But at what point, like, we don't know exactly when something is gonna peak out. We just know these ranges, right, of support and resistance of when something is normally at a good deal and when something is normally at a good sell territory, right? So with this understanding that last time it got rejected at around $34, I would understand that to be a resistance.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to go off of, right? So by me being able to identify this reversal, we waited for the confirmation, it broke above 30, cleared this margin. Now I'm like, okay, I'm approaching this resistance. It's a little bit more on the overbought side. I could wait for a pullback and try to buy here and then sell here, and the margin is there. But then I have to ask myself, is this the best deal? Focusing on a deal.
Yeah.
Is this the best? Because again, we are deal hunters. Is this the best deal that we can get right now? You know, for some people, and there's nothing wrong with that. For some people that want to trade it, that like the pattern and believe in this company, they would have no issue being able to buy it if it bounces on the EMA and sell a peak. And if that's your style, 100%. That's not my style. And this is a little bit more on the overbought side, and I just knew that I wasn't going to trade it. And that's why I'm sharing this with you guys. And I want you guys to know that it's not good. It's not like wrong or right with what it is that I'm doing. It didn't meet my preference. And do you guys understand that? Like, and you guys all were commenting that, yes, it's overbought. RSI is overextended. MACD is overextended. You can see that the MACD, if you zoom in a little bit closer, it's starting to show a bar of a potential, pullback, a potential like a descending candle, right? Descending bar. So put Deal Hunter on a shirt.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be solid. And the reason why is, I mean, literally everything it is that we do, and you guys know that I'm trying to make this like as real as possible. So many people, because the stock market is so accessible and so untangible, right? Everyone thinks that, okay, I'll throw $1,000 here and I hope that it grows. No. When it comes down to investing in real estate, when it comes down to the buying and reselling of products or cars, right? When it comes down to any market that I've shared that I invest in, what's the number one thing that I focus on? Even with stocks, I try to focus on getting the best deal. And I've shared that multiple times. So why would it be any different when investing in the stock market? It wouldn't. So when we saw Facebook have that huge sell-off, maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, when it's over $200, maybe $200 or $300, right, with price valuation, we were able to get it for a good deal because of that sell-off, and we wait for the recovery, and that might be a good investment because we're getting a good deal opportunity. Does that make sense? I just want to make sure that you guys understand like what I mean by a good deal, and then how to be able to use that in reference to multiple different markets. So if you don't see value in the stock market or whatever market you choose to invest in, that understanding of being a deal hunter, I think, is universal in every market. Okay, so we got Derek. I like that this one was called out as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so just need a little bit more water. I'm actually really glad that this one was brought up again. You can see that it's in my active watch list, and I'll talk about why. So this one was called out by Derek. Deal Hunter shirt and camo. Nice. Okay, you guys are like fashion design. Obviously, I'm not the most fashionable guy, so But let's talk about DGAS. So first of all, what's DGAS influenced by? /NG, right? For all those that are part of Learn Plan Profit, you guys know that there's that ETF section, and I talk about in one of those videos for that section how I use and leverage futures to understand how these ETFs can potentially move. Looking at /NG, and where in the range that it's at, what would you guys say for /NG? Does it look like a good deal with where it's at right now, or does it look overextended? I want to see what you guys have to say. So looking at this pattern right here with this potential peak, right? It could still 100%, and the MACD indicator is showing signs that it could potentially bounce, and I think it can. It normally gets rejected right around this, $3 price point. So we're approaching this range where it normally gets rejected, right? Overextended, bad deal, right? It just makes sense, right? It's a very consistent pattern when you look at the past couple of months, and you see where it normally gets rejected. And obviously anything can happen, but just going based off previous patterns, it's showing signs of a peak formation, right? So when looking at DGAS is so /NG, the inverse of DGAS is UGAS, right? So this would be showing more of a similar pattern to /NG. But when it comes down to DGAS, which is the one that was brought up right now, look at it's building a support, right? It's around that area. One of the biggest mistakes that I've personally made, and I've made it multiple times, and I know a lot of people make it, so that's why I'm talking about it and I'm bringing it to your guys' attention, is getting in before the confirmation. Just like I said right now, /NG still has some more potential margin to push up, which means that DGAS still has the potential to continue to descend. Is it far-fetched to think that DGAS can drop down to $18? No, it's done it before, right? It's done it before. So let's make sure that we understand that confirmation is key. And even then, sometimes it still gets rejected. But again, if we focus on doing our part to prepare for the best position and the best trade, then that's all we could do, right? So with understanding that, yes, DGAS is in that good deal range, is it a good buy? I still wouldn't say that it's a good buy. The confirmation isn't there. It's not making higher highs, and the EMA line is still pointing down. Yes, I do think it's in that good deal territory, but we need more of a confirmation that /NG is pulling back. So I think that this is an amazing one to keep an eye on. I don't think it's necessarily a good buy just yet. So, and the margin of profit is huge. So let's say my average purchase price, and again, this is me being very conservative, is around $22.50. So I give it all this time. I give it all this, let's say $23. And then I sell at a conservative price point at $26. That's over 10%, 13.6%. And that's me waiting for the full-on reversal, being extremely patient if I wanted to, right? Which, if you're new to trading, might not be a bad, just habit to inhibit, right? Being a little bit more patient and waiting for that confirmation. So how do you find these stocks? That's a pretty good question. So the way that I find these stocks are, first of all, we have these Sunday stock talks every single Sunday. And also TechBot Solutions, which is, again, the free group, the third link down in the description, or Learn Plan Profit, which is that first link down below. We have these group chats, so the ones that you see like right here, and we have these like watch list sections. So everyone shares, the different stocks that they see value in. And also for Learn Plan Profit, we have a group alert section. That's where everyone shares the stocks that they see value in. So usually what I do on Monday after the market closes is I go through all the stocks in my watch list, and then I break down all the stocks that everyone shares. And I encounter a series of stocks that either someone else came across or is sharing, right? And yeah, that's I think a huge resource for a lot of new traders. What would you say, Nick? I said, what would you say?
Oh,
How do you find a majority of the stocks that you trade?
oh, they're all from what you're doing right now.
Right? Just
Sunday stock talk.
networking with people. And does it mean that if you encounter a certain stock in the watch list, that you have to add it to your watch list or that you have to trade it?
No, just whatever you see value in yourself, but it helps bring out a lot of attention.
It's just exposure, right?
Exactly.
So the number one step before focusing on trying to find the best stock is making sure that you build that proper foundation and general understanding of how to invest and also how to identify a good deal. So building a set list of criteria. Again, it's difficult to come across good deals. So make sure that you understand that. If you're finding a good deal multiple times a day, then they're probably not the best deals, right? Let's see. Mark Hall, my freaking guy. What's going on, Mark? Hope you're having an amazing time in Texas. How's the weather over there? Please show us how to use this interface. I have a video on YouTube already for it. And also, if you're part of Learn Plan Profit, I show every single day on how to do it. So, was there someone saying something?
Yeah, I said everyone's pathetic and doesn't know how to trade.
Ew. Sweet. Ticker symbol X. Let's go ahead and do this. What's going on, Reese? Okay. So, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about ticker symbol X? So do you see it pulled up? So, no, let's see. What's going on, Chad?
Ticker symbol OPP.
Wait, downtrending, don't like, no. Okay,
Wait
not
for
conservative.
reversal.
Huh?
Wait
For
for the full reversal.
the full reversal. But what do you think about, like, you know, it offered a previous like pretty solid consistent pattern.
Yeah.
We could see definitely that it's, you know, with the RSI indicator that it's very oversold. And like, screw the RSI indicator, like you can just see in general, right? I mean, the RSI is like a good indicator to have like the confirmation,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it's not necessary. It's for you to be able to understand that, like,
Back up like other.
yeah, so there's a support generally around here, 32. There's a resistance normally around 38, and that's just going based off of previous patterns. So we could see that this is a good deal, but no confirmation of a reversal. So all we can do now is, we don't know if it's going to reverse back up, but all we can do is set our alerts, make sure that we wait for the reversal, and if we get the notification that, hey, this thing is reversing back up, and that's why, you know, weekly follow-ups are so ideal, right? That's why if you're part of Learn Plan Profit, this Justin actually talked to me today because I made this post on the TechBud Solutions chat and on the Facebook group telling everyone, hey, tomorrow, or I posted it yesterday, hey, tomorrow's our Sunday stock talk. Remember that if you're part of Learn Plan Profit, which is our private course group, that you are required to post your number one stock, just one stock that you see value in for this week. The reason I say that is not to like be mean or to force anyone to do something that they don't want to, but I hope that you guys know that by you guys investing in our community, that I want to hold you accountable and make sure that you're consistently active in making sure that you're always doing something to progressively get better. And I think, like, yes, I could have worded it maybe a little bit better, but I hope that you guys take that as of, like, I had a good amount of people message me and apologize that, hey, maybe they're not going to be active this week, so they don't have a top stock. I 100% like appreciate that. I just want you guys to know that I want you guys to be successful, and it requires like input from each and every single one of you every single week, maybe every single day for some of you that are day trading. And that is why it's so important. Make sure that you set those alerts, make sure that you create those structured watch lists and follow up, right? That's why we've talked about the active watch list, the pending reversal watch list, the general watch list, the pullback watch list, right? And it should have a better understanding of, you know, the different stages that these stocks are in, right? All right, so we got Anthony calling out ticker symbol shop. So pretty much I would wait for the reversal here. I would add this under my pending reversal. It's already there. So great call out on that. Salah, I am, if you continue to post like little emojis like this, I'm just going to remove you from the live chat, or remove the ability for you to be able to message. So yeah, just because it could get a little distracting. So pretty much for ticker symbol shop, Nick, tell us how shop played out for you this week.
I'm still in half my amount, and I sold for a good profit. It went up. I was like 800 up, and then it pulled back to 400 up now. So it pulled back quite a bit, I think, on Friday.
Yeah.
And that's what you're looking at right now, right?
Yeah. So it pushed up to about, what was that? Around 151, and it pulled back to around. It really pulled back to like 146, and then it closed at like right below 150, so around 149.
I got in 142.
Yep. So pretty much right now, like, you know, I think Shop does a really good job showing signs of a continuous uptrend pattern. This is Shopify for those that aren't familiar with it. You know, it's showing signs of this potential reversal. It's in the very early stages, so there's going to be a lot of pullbacks, something that for those that do a lot of swing trading are very familiar with. But pretty much I would look back to the previous patterns that it's shown as it reversed back up. and try to focus on the characteristic of shop and how it performs, and to kind of expect the same thing, right? So I would experience a slight little resistance right around the SMA indicator. I would, expect a resistance right around 160 as that acted as a previous support. So that's just something that I would take into consideration as it shows signs of an uptrend. The EMA line has been showing signs of it acting as a support. So if we see it break below the EMA line, then we might want to consider the idea of a potential breakout pattern, and then that could be a reason, right, on why we might want to lock in profits or cut losses. So yeah. I think this is a great one to potentially look out for this week. It performed very well last week. It broke above that $145 price point, and we talked about it last week, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I'm really happy that you guys brought this one up. Let's just wait for a pullback confirmation. Let's still focus on getting a good deal, and let's see how it reacts to that EMA line. So, yep. All right, all right. So ticker symbol from Solar Edits, NDLS. Okay, so NDLS is still showing signs of this like consolidation phase. So I would kind of identify $11 to be the resistance. That's why I have my alert set here. I'd identify $10 to be the support. It's almost offering like a horizontal pattern with the SMA line acting as a general support. It's been struggling for it to make higher highs. I mean, it looks like it's on its way. Let's see how it reacts to that EMA line, and if it can break above $11. I really like the ascending uptrend pattern and the overall direction that it's moving. MACD indicator looks a little bit more on the overbought side. I can see it pull back first, and then it will push back up. So, I like this one. Just let's make sure that we take the RSI, the MACD, and the overall direction that it's moving with, this consolidation into consideration before taking the next position. I'm going to do 2 more tickers. And then I will close out the live stream and then give out the coupon. Where's Justin? He needs to generate the coupon. That's weird. Okay.
Want to go?
Yeah, if you can message him. Yeah, we already broke down ticker symbol D. Yeah, so after this video finishes, it will re-upload. Okay, we got Luis calling out APPN. So let's make these some solid callouts. So APPN, I could definitely see this thing pushing up. It looks like it might have low volume. So it looks like it's pushing up. Looks a little bit more on the overextended side. I wouldn't identify this to be like the best deal. I could see it pull back and then continue to uptrend. It looks like it does a really good job when the volume starts to pick up. Normally peaks out around this like $40 price point. It's a little bit too aggressive for me. Not something that's consistent enough in it showing more of a horizontal pattern. But it looks like it's performing pretty well. So if this is something that meets your style of trading, I would keep a very close eye on the direction of this EMA line and that it's still acting as a support, and that you take into consideration on when it's a good time to sell. Also, the MACD, watch for potential pullback and all that good stuff. So I would look at previous patterns, how it reacted when it confirmed the pullback reversal, and making sure that you take that into consideration if you end up taking a position on one of these. So we got Christian Ramirez, ticker symbol IRDM. So IRDM, this isn't going to be the last one just because it's very overextended. Showing more signs of a peak formation, volume is dying out. I could definitely see this thing pull back all the way down to the SMA line. So I'm going to set an alert here. Let's go ahead and get another call out. I want to make sure that we end it with a really good call out. So NIHD, let's see that one. Still waiting for the reversal, so I'll set an alert here around 550 and the break above that. Still struggling to do that. It's kind of in the consolidation phase, right, while it's pulling back. So I need this thing to start making higher highs. So I need this thing to start pointing up like this, the EMA line, for it to start following and for it to start making higher highs. So that's why I set my alert there. So let's have another one. So Jason is EPZM. This thing's making lower lows. I'm not saying that this is a bad trade. I could see that it's oversold as it shows signs of a potential reversal. I don't like that it's a descending pattern, and this just isn't something that I would like to really elaborate too much on in the live stream. It's just not something that I would trade myself. So Derek calling out UWT. So we talked about this one already. This is we're still waiting for the reversal Looks like it's doing some consolidation. If it breaks below the EMA line, obviously then the support around 32. If it pushes up, then resistance right around 36. Something that we can leave it off with that. Again, every ticker has to be in that call out format. If not, then I'm not going to break it down. Okay, this is actually a pretty decent one. Samuel Adams. So ticker symbol SAM. Looks like because of its earnings had a very aggressive sell-off, so a pretty solid good deal opportunity if it ends up reversing back up. Looks like it's still in the consolidation phase. Looks like it's breaking above that EMA line. It's starting to make higher highs, and that's definitely something that we find very attractive. I actually really like this one, so I'm going to add this one to my watch list as it's showing signs of a potential reversal. Looks like it has a pretty decent sized margin of potential profit for it to recover. I would take the $300 price point as a resistance. I would take the $320 price point as a resistance, and then the $330 obviously. So as it continues to push up, understand these ranges of where it might peak out at. So being able to, buy the dips, sell the peaks, buy the dips, sell the peaks, and all that good stuff. So everyone said that, oh, that alert was too loud. I see. But okay, I'm also going to set an alert for a potential pullback. It looks like the SMA line is acting as a support. So as much as I want to prepare for growth, I also need to make sure that I take into consideration that I play the defense and prepare for it. So I'm going to set an alert for a pullback. That's definitely something that can happen. So we want to make sure that we take that into consideration. /CL. So again, this is something that I think that UWT follows very closely. Right now it's trading in between the middle and bottom VWAP. So it's actually showing signs of a potential descending pattern. I want to see how this opens on this 180-day analysis for /CL. Okay, perfect. Don't worry, I got this one. There we go. As simple as that. So I would wait for the full-on break above 68 for that full-on reversal. So looks like it's still getting rejected around that general area. If we get that pullback and that confirmation that it's pulling back, then maybe it might be a good idea to lock in profits or to cut losses, depending on where you are. And for the break above 68, then that would be, I think, a little bit more of a confirmation that it's making higher highs and stuff like that. And again, this kind of follows a very similar pattern for /CL, follows UWT. The inverse of UWT is DWT. And then also one that follows very closely to that is WTI, if I'm not mistaken. And then also ticker symbol GUSH that are pretty easily influenced by these tickers or by that future. So were you able to get in contact with Justin?
I did text him.
Okay, I got it. I've been traded here. Perfect. Yeah. I'm just gonna go on my other computer real quick and then generate that. How much should we do? So for all those that have tuned in, how many people do we have tuned into the live stream? Can you check that, Ish?
We have I wrote it down. The highest we got was 1,213. Right now we're at 1,177.
Okay. So what are we like? So how much should we do off? No.
25. I think 25.
25 off. So Ricky, what's going on? Can't wait for Monday. First of all, how many of you guys are excited now every single week because of the stock market? How many of you guys look forward to Monday? Nick, did you ever look forward to Mondays before?
Not really, but now I'm really looking forward to it.
Right?
Yeah.
Someone said
I love it. I love getting up at 6 too.
Yeah, I honestly, some people like really dread it, and sometimes it does suck because you want to sleep in. But guys, how amazing is it that once you like really start to refine your style of investing, and again, eventually anyone can get there, right? So once you really start to refine your style of investing, it's so amazing that you get to wake up every single morning and that you get to invest in a market where you invest money to make money, right? And if you do it correctly, and if you do it, and not try to expedite the process and force it, right? Again, it's going to take time. It's going to take practice. And that's why we always encourage you to start paper trading and stuff like that. But it's so amazing that every single week we get a new time for opportunity, right? A new time to kind of like last week was not my best week. The week before that was one of my best weeks for the entire month. So again, a lot of ups and downs, but it's so fun. I personally really do enjoy it. And that's why I always encourage people to if you don't see value in the stock market or you don't have a passion for it, then just find a market that you're passionate about. There's so many different businesses out there that you can be successful in. And Nick, what is one of your biggest passions? Yeah.
Any fitness related goals, pretty much.
And for me, like, trust me, I hate going to the gym. But Nick has an amazing passion for it. So he's someone that could be very effective in that niche. So again, just make sure that you always consider the idea of not just pursuing something for the money, but to always make sure that you have a passion for it. And as you guys can see, there's so many people that are so pumped all across the world, right? I look forward to Mondays, even waking up early. And you get to wake up early. You get to surround yourself with a bunch of motivated individuals, and you're doing something to learn about a market and how to invest, which is like all pros, right? Let's go ahead and see what coupon we could do. How much should we do off? I want you guys to decide. How much should we do off? So let's do a heads or tails. So sorry, headphone users, that might have been loud. Heads or tails? So, okay, we're not going to do 50% off. Let's be realistic. I want you guys to know. So again, first of all, do you have to enroll in the Learn Plan Profit course? No. Can you learn from watching YouTube videos? 100%. And do you have to learn from my YouTube videos? No. There's so many different ways on how you can learn. Why is the Learn Plan Profit like more effective for a lot of people, right? So Nick, why would you say that for you or for like yourself as well? Why has it been more effective?
Learn Plan Profit?
Yeah.
It's like step by step. It's like really organized and structured, and then the Discord chat helps a lot, and being able to watch you trade live helps a lot. I think the Discord chat is like something big.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. Like the course is effective because it's structured and it's more like time.
It's really easy to find a video if you want to rewatch it. It's just
it gets straight to the point and it's structured, right?
Yeah,
but
what helped me was the live trading and like just the atmosphere of being in that group, holding myself accountable as well with everything, and having the group to like bounce ideas off and just all that kind of
the
stuff.
networking abilities, right?
That's
So,
really helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and that's the thing. Again, we're a group that really wants you to be successful and that we are empowered and really motivated by your success. So, and obviously I do this every single day. It's not just like you buy the course and you just have to learn from the content. You get access to the Discord chat. You get access to my live trading every single day. And I get to work with you every single day. You get to direct message me. I get to speak to you every single day if you want to. If you keep your messages under 150 characters. I got a message today that was a freaking like MLA format, like huge paragraph. And when I get like hundreds of messages every single day, I love them and they're so amazing. But holy moly, gee willikers. All right, so I'm going to do a difference between, let's see. There's, I want to do a certain dollar off.
Yeah,
so let's do 25 to $50 off, right? So heads, $25 off. Tails,
make sure they're both heads.
$50 off, right? So tails, as you guys could see, what was tails? $50 off.
Oh, yeah, 50.
Heads, 25, right? So heads, 25, right? So the other one, all right.
I
Ready?
remember heads 25.
Heads, 25. We good? Damn. It's tails, right? It's when you let, okay.
No, I think you're supposed to flip it one more time.
I think that I need to do it one more time, right? Double or nothing. No, just kidding. Okay. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. Let me generate the code.
Tails hype.
All right. 50 off. We'll do it for the first 10 people. So for the first 10 people that enroll, $50 off because we don't even offer $50 off coupons.
Yeah.
So what should the thing be called?
Tails.
Yeah, okay. So the coupon is going to be called coupon code tails. So it's just going to be TAILS.
Does it matter if it's captured or not?
No. All right, $50 off, and it's active. So all you guys have to do is click that first link down below. Once you're ready to enroll, you can click buy now. Be sure to click that add coupon, and it will give you $50 off if you use coupon code TAILS. So TAILS. But yeah, that's really just it. So I want to thank you guys again for tuning in, for absolutely everything it is that you guys do. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, I hope you guys know if you're part of TechBit Solutions, if you're part of Learn Plan Profit, you guys are more than welcome to direct message me. If I did not get to the specific ticker that you absolutely see a lot of value in and that you want to, get my own 2 cents on, be sure to direct message me, right, within TechBud Solutions or Learn Plan Profit. I just please ask you to take my time into consideration. So make sure that we're really simplified of what your question is, or just if you're going to call a ticker symbol, call a ticker out, then share it with me and then kind of go from there. Jake the Flying Snake. So thank you for another amazing Sunday Stock Talk. These helped me so much. I'm really starting to understand how to invest in LPP. It was actually an investment in myself and my network. I really like that. Wow. Appreciate that, Jake. Thank you again for the kind words. So yeah, I mean, that's really just it. So again, first 10 people, $50 off. And then let's kind of go from there. If you guys want to join TechBud Solutions, it's the free option. Be sure to click that third link down below. And if you guys just want to work with me a little bit on a closer basis and watch me trade live every single day, then be sure to click that first link down below, and that will be the LPP group. So yeah, I mean, that's really just it. So you're the only millionaire I know that doesn't have curtains. What do you mean? Not curtains, but they're like, these things are expensive. When I first bought this house, that was like one of the most expensive things I had to buy for the house. It was like $1,500 for all the, I guess that's not that much, but I thought they were expensive. More than I wanted to spend, that's for sure. All right, let's go ahead and go from there. So I want to thank you guys again for absolutely everything that you guys do. If you guys really look forward to these Sunday Stock Talks and want us to continue to do them, be sure to drop a big thumbs up. We'd greatly appreciate it. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram already, then be sure to click that link down below so we can stay connected. And then for all those that obviously want the hottest, entrepreneur gear, just kidding. If you guys want to check it out, shirts are all $15. If you guys want to check it out, we have a profit shirt, we have TechBud shirts straight out of Wall Street. And if you guys have any designs that you guys want to share with us, we'll even pay you for it if we end up accepting it. Be sure to just direct message me within TechBud Solutions or Learn Plan Profit if you have a pretty cool design that you think other people will share. So design it, share it with us. If we accept it, then we'll pay you for it. So yeah, that's really just it. Thank you guys again. Continue working hard. Continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it.